Go live. We live? We live. Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So we open up Discord. Make sure Discord is open. We click on exit Amazon. Photos, so we don't have any backups. Hello, everyone. I'm excited for this topic because I'm still nervous. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why you would be nervous, but fair enough. Fair enough. Hello, Horror Show. How you doing? Now, apparently Stream Elements bot is working. Let's see if it actually works. Pro hidden face? Yeah, well, it's going to be a back and forth with the audience to see what the pros and cons are. Hey, Hope. How you doing? Okay, let's do our going live message. Add everyone. And then we copy that. And then we paste that. Done and done. Yo, Jaden, what's going on? Send. Perfect. Con, your voice? My voice sounds like a 12-year-old recording my friends. Well, hey, you know what? Like, honestly, people just like voices no matter what they are, to be honest. Hey, yo, Trick. Just grinding on my spooky YouTube shorts. Nice, nice, nice. Hopefully those are going well. I hope they are. No pros, only cons? Why only cons? Sorry, chat. I'm just reading Discord VTubing help section real quick. Hey everyone, I'm trying to get into VTubing once my model is ready. Was just curious if most VTubers start on YouTube or Twitch, or both at the same time. Also curious about debuting. Is it recommended to start streaming before you debut or after? I recommend streaming beforehand to test waters and see if you even like streaming. Kind of a little bit late considering they already bought a model, though. A little bit late, yeah. If they started if they already have a model, you're kind of already like kind of stuck to it, I think. I'm just reading the advice and seeing what other people are saying to that particular one. Hello, Vice. How you doing? Long time. Glad you made it.
Thank you for joining Class 1A.
Games and stuff. Thank you for renewing. I appreciate it. Asking for a collab is like asking for a date sometimes. It's definitely possible to compare the two. Yeah, I guess. Hey, Grendel. Cons of VTubing or being a content creator is if you blow up from a certain trend, it may be hard to stay relevant. So, I don't know. Like, so if you blow up for a certain trend, like, okay, so this is the problem with most content creators. So blowing up over something, over a niche. Let's just call it like blowing up over a niche. So this is like one thing you gotta kind of be conscious and aware of. So when you blow up over a niche, you want to keep doing that niche. Say it's a game. Hey Simi, how you doing? So like for example, if you get into hello Frank, it's say you blow up over a video game. Let's say the video game is, I know this one very well, Escape from Tarkov. Right? Which did happen. There was a lot of people that blew up over streaming Escape from Tarkov. They made it huge. They went from like 10 to 15 concurrent viewers to when Tarkov took off, maybe 3,000-4,000. Right? There was one content creator specifically that took advantage of it though. His name is Pastilli. And what Pastilli did is, because he blew up because of Escape from Tarkov, he made a YouTube channel. Well, prior to blowing up, he actually had a YouTube channel. And he knew if Tarkov were to blow up, he would be in the proper place for it, which he was 100% right. So he had a YouTube channel surrounding Tarkov content that evolved around Tarkov. Right? How do you remember and know all this? Because he literally talked about it on several podcasts. And I study people. I try to study people as much as possible to see what blew them up and what their success is. And there's a common pattern that a lot of content creators do to blow up. And this is usually their pattern, to be perfectly honest with you guys. So they have a YouTube channel surrounded around a certain niche. They blow up when the niche blows up, and Tarkov blew up and he like completely blew up. So the thing is, and Senpai does have a very selective memory, but I do listen to podcasts over and over and over. Like, for example, the podcast with Pastilli in them, with him and Devin Nash, I may have listened to that like 5 or 6 times. So either way, back onto what I was saying. So the thing is, Pastilli could ride out Tarkov until Tarkov dies. But if we pull up Pastilli's YouTube channel, let me pull up his YouTube really quick before we... Pastilli. Yum. So as we see here, Pastilli's content is still mostly Tarkov most of the time. He does have some other games meshed in between. So like he has like a music video here. He has jumping out of a plane in a gaming chair, which he actually did. He did actually jump out of a perfectly fine aircraft in a gaming chair just for, like, who else has ever done that? And we'll see that in 2 seconds. After the ads are done. Because we got to support our content creators, no ads. No ad blockers. But as you see, he's strapped into a gaming chair, doing his thing. Right? So there is still a lot of Tarkov content, but he does mix in other games in between. So, you know, again, he blew up his channel, his YouTube channel, making mostly Tarkov content, but he does mix in other content into his live streams and his YouTube, just so when he does switch, his audience is ready for it. well, not only ready for it, but his audience is also used to it. Right? So that's how you kind of like navigate blowing up over a niche. I definitely think you can blow up from an indie game. Absolutely, for sure. I think the indie game thing can really work probably one of two ways. So let's break that down. Indie game dev, blow up. So what we literally have one of two ways. One is people watch your live streams, try the game out. As you are making it, right? They refer the game to their friends. If they can see the developer working on the game here and there, they can also offer insight, good things and bad things, which could be really good for you in that particular thing. So they refer the game to their friends, and you're kind of doing that relationship thing where people are referring their other friends, and their friends are referring other friends, and so on and so forth. So that's like the one way you can do it. Two, the other way that you could blow up is you have a game on Steam, right? Yeah, exactly. Word of mouth is I was looking for the word, but I couldn't really remember it. But you have a game on Steam. Hello, right? And streamers start streaming it. That's happened with Among Us, where Among Us was like a super small game, small dev team, blah, 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 blah. A couple of streamers saw that, hey, this is pretty cool, and they streamed it, and boom, like the game blew up. So I think one thing that you can do to stand out from the rest of the devs of any game ever is quite simple, right? Do podcasts with the people who play your game, with the streamers, right? What I mean here is just like your average Joes, maybe small streamers, 5 to 10 people, but with streamers with bigger audiences. Because not a lot of devs do that. The dev for Escape from Tarkov does that. He's the head dev, or COO, and he's always on the live streams, talking to players, letting them know the new things and the old things and what they're working on, and so on and so forth. But not many video game devs actually do that, and I know people would love to see that. So yeah, but blowing up over a niche chat, like, you guys really need to, like, once you hit a certain point, you got to really think about transitioning to another game, because games, they come and go. Games stay around for so long. There is Phasmophobia is I'm glad Murdoch brought up Phasmophobia, but there's a couple of streamers I know that they stream exclusively Phasmophobia, right? Or they did. And when Phasmo kind of like took down, or not took down, but like started trending down in popularity, his popularity kind of trended down as well. If he made a YouTube channel, and this person like concurrently had 300-400 viewers, right? Didn't have a YouTube channel that even existed. So if they had a YouTube channel, got their content online, had their viewers go watch their videos, share the videos, so on and so forth, actually blew up a channel, I think they would be relevant today, but nowadays they stream to less than 50 people. Yeah, Lewis, I'm talking about the particular guy you watch. So, yeah. Now, there was another good question that was brought up. So let's talk about that. So shorts blow up and long form does not. So thankfully I've talked to realists about this a little bit. And I've talked to other creators. So the thing is that you guys got to realize is people who consume content will either watch one type of content or another, right? So if people are typically watching mostly shorts on your channel, then mostly people that's your subscriber ratio, or that's your subscribers. Hello, Sarah, how you doing? So your subscribers are mostly used to your short content, and that's what they will mostly consume. But there are people that are in the short community that would also be interested in your longer form content if you give them a chance, right? And if you give YouTube the time to understand your content. What a lot of people don't understand or know is shorts has its own algorithm. And then long form content has its own algorithm as well. We are doing good. How are you doing? Sorry, I need some water. So YouTube spends a lot of time learning your shorts algorithm, and they know where to send it, where to send your content, and who would be actually interested in that said content. But if you start right off the bat, or one day randomly making long form content, sometimes it takes YouTube a long time because they know where to send the shorts, but they don't know where to send the long form content. So the algorithm has to learn where to send it, where to send that content, and to who. Because the people that watch the shorts may not be interested in the long form. So the long form, again, the algorithm has to learn that because it's a separate thing entirely and send it out. Do what you do anyway until the algorithm figures you out. Yes, exactly. Let me see if I can pull up an example really quick here. I'm not too sure if this is a good example or not. So let me see if it is. But there was someone who did do a lot of... I know he does a lot of TikToks. But I don't know if he does a lot of shorts on YouTube. And it doesn't look like he does. No, it doesn't look like he does. So this wouldn't be a good example. So good thing I didn't pull that up. Actually, I think I do know somebody that does do this. But his stuff is literally everywhere. Actually, he actually has a separate channel. So that wouldn't be a good example either. So never mind. But yeah, basically just keep making your content. Let the algorithm learn. You are already starting off with a fan base that, you know, they'll get random recommendations for your shorts. But yeah, on that, just keep going. For shorts algorithm, how different and similar is it from TikTok and Instagram Reels? I say TikTok is probably way different. I would imagine. Like, my TikToks get way more views than my YouTube shorts do. And it's the exact same video. YouTube is still pretty new to the short scene. So not a lot of people really go to YouTube for shorts. It's still a brand new thing. VODs are key for growing, aren't they? I've gotten this idea quite strongly. Videos on demand, yeah, for sure. Well, it's evergreen content that are key for growing. You gotta have some sort of video on your YouTube channel, whether it be shorts or whether it be long form content. But yeah, it will be absolutely crucial for your growth. 100%. Sorry, I had to check my headset. Facebook also has Reels. Yeah, I think it's like the exact same Instagram Reels. So, was there any other questions I missed? Got Trick's question. Got Thornscale's question. Got the niche question. Yeah, I think I got all the questions. Perfect. I want to start reviewing fast food items such as Wendy's chili salad. Any tips on starting reviews? So you want to review fast food items like Wendy's chili salad? Okay. Okay. So, okay. How to do reviews. I'm going to do it for kind of like a general thing for everybody. Let's see how much I'm correct on this. So, reviews that I typically enjoy tell a story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Every review that I like to watch tells you a story. So, in the beginning, they start the drive to, let's say, Wendy's. Or might be more relatable to some of you guys, opening a box. Or driving to get a box. Driving to get a box. Whatever the box is. Say it's Gundams or Japanese candy, whatever. Okay? So you're starting the journey to get said item. During that journey, you're also going to show yourself paying for said item. Probably a camera following your hand. Carrying item to car. Driving car home. And laying out on dinner table. Or laying out on table. We'll just say table, not dinner table. But laying out on table. Okay? If you get your food delivered, it's literally, then you just walking to your front door, grabbing the food from the delivery person and putting it on your table. But it trust me, I know it seems excessive, but that's what I like watching, and these videos have millions of views. So actually we can cut that out. Okay, so part 2, so we'll do this part 1. Right? So that's the beginning. This will be the middle for 2. So middle wise, what you want to do is lay out stuff. Right? So say if it's food, you're going to lay out the food all nice so everybody can see it. Right? If it's your Gundams or whatever, you're laying out all the pieces. And then you're going to talk about said item. You're going to talk about the aroma that it might be giving off. You might be giving some factual information if it's a toy that you're putting together, right? But you're telling a story about what you just picked up and maybe toss in a personal story about it. I don't know. But you got to do that kind of thing. So part 2 of this, though, is you're going to eat the said food. Eat the food, right? But you're not going to like cram down. Like you're not going to take like a bite of the burger and then eat some fries right after. And then take another bite of the burger and then eat more fries. What you're going to do is one by one eat the food and give it a review. Saying how much you like it, what you like about it. Was it too greasy? Was there too much cheese? Was it not cooked all the way through? Was the bread soggy? Blah, blah, blah. But you're going to review said burger first, right? Or said item first. Then move to the fries. Okay, do the fries smell good? Were they too salty? Were they soggy? Blah, 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 blah. Or yeah, exactly. Was it factory fresh PLA? Is it easy to cut off? Like, so for example, if you're making Gundams or toys or whatever, you're going to talk about how the plastic feels in your hand. Is the PLA bendable? Is it smooth? Is there much knocking down or filing you have to do? Is it clipped, ready to go? Is it pre-primed? So on and so forth, right? You're going to talk about that in your middle section here, right? And then maybe start putting some stuff together. And then what you can do, and not a lot of people do this, but I think it's actually a good thing to do, is ask the audience a question. Now, questions you could ask them is, have you tried this? If so, what do you think? Right? Yeah, would you prefer this over this? Exactly. You guys are getting it, right? So that's the kind of stuff you want to do. You want to ask the audience a question, giving them a reason to engage with you and a reason for them to comment, and that will get thrown into that'll help the video in the algorithm, right? Exactly. Or what do you like ordering from Wendy's? Exactly. You guys are getting it. So you want to eat the stuff and then review it one by one. But not only that, well, actually, that's pretty much it. That covers it, right? Ask them the question. Okay, so the third part is the ending. Right here. 3 is the ending, okay? So you want to do an overall, and I don't know why this has been becoming so popular, but it really has been. I'm not going to understand it. I never will, but this is what you guys should do. Like this is 1000 IQ. But give a rating. Like legit. Give it a rating. Out of like out of 10 or probably like out of 5 stars. Make it super easy, 1 to 5, right? Out of 5 stars, why you rate it 5 stars, what they could have done to make it a full 5 if it wasn't already. What you could do is maybe add a twist to it. Out of 5 stars, maybe make it like community stars or whatever, right? But what could they have done to make it to make it perfect? Realistically at the end of the day. And then maybe compare it to their competitor. And see, where it ranks up against, I don't know, maybe like Dairy Queen or something. Or yeah, exactly. Or what makes it a 5-star if it is. Is it the texture? Is it the flavor? Like stuff like that, right? But I think every review should probably, and this is just 100% my opinion, chat. This is literally up to you guys at the end of the day. I think this is how you should do reviews. Have it tell a story. And this story video that you're going to make, truthfully, is probably going to take you 4 to 6 hours, depending on how well you do this. It's obviously going to be on the longer side of things when you're brand new to it, but 4 to 6 hours to film, probably 10 to 12 hours to edit. Again, the longer side is because you're going to be new. And then I want to say 2 hours to think of a title and description. And then probably another 2 hours for your thumbnail. Realistically, this is how I'm going to break it down time-wise, what it should take you. And this, you could actually turn into TikToks. So there is a good example. I'm trying to remember her name. Girl reviews her food. What's her name? There's an Asian woman that reviews her hotel stays. I showed you guys her a while back on stream, but she rates her hotel food and everything else. But it's long form content, but she also breaks it up into shorts, like a 5 or 6 parter short. For people that don't want to watch the long form content, she'll like literally do it in parts, and people will tune into that. I'm trying to remember her name, but I can't remember her for the life of me right now. I can't find her on Google or on YouTube. Reviewing my hotel breakfast. I'm going to find her in 2 seconds. Found her. Perfect. Oh my God. Okay. Lisa Nguyen. So, almost 4 million subs. But she has like a lot of long form content in here. Unexpected food tour, 6 minutes and 23 seconds. But this 6 minute and 23 seconds also gets broken up into so many shorts. It is absolutely ridiculous on how many shorts she can like squeeze from this one video. So on and so forth. But you guys can do this too. You could grab your long form content and like break it up into shorts. Like some of these shorts are less than maybe 15, 20 seconds. But this is her channel. She's really, really, really entertaining to watch if you guys, especially our foodies. But like it's addicting. It's literally addicting to watch, especially if you're on a fast like myself right now. I'm back on my fast and I've been watching her stuff non-stop all day and listening to it in the background today. It's been torture, but it's actually just really entertaining. So I highly suggest you guys watch her stuff. It's really good. She has different series like rating my hotel breakfast, building my spice tolerance, so on and so forth, right? So literally chat, it's worth it. But that's what you guys can do. Is you could eventually break this stuff up into shorts. Most of your editing's already done. All you got to do is just cut it up. And that's maybe another making into shorts, another probably 4 hours or less of your time. You know what? Actually, 2 hours of your time, because as soon as you're done editing here, all you got to do is like do maybe another 2 hours of editing, cutting up what's already existing, and then you're good. And then you're literally good to go. But honestly, chat, Lisa, even her YouTube shorts tells a story, right? I got up from my hotel. I went down to get my hotel breakfast. I checked out some of the hotel breakfast. I ate this. This is what I thought, my rating out of 5 on how good it was. Like, even her YouTube shorts that are 20, 30 seconds long have a story inside of them, which is like absolutely top notch. Is there an app? Honestly, YouTube Shorts could be done with whatever video editing software you have right now. You just got to change the aspect ratio. So whatever your video editing software is right now, type into YouTube and then write down TikTok, because the aspect ratio is the exact same. So that, oh God, I'm so hungry now. But literally, chat, this is my formula that I say you guys should do, whether you're reviewing food or doing Gundams or whatever. Well, doing as a VTuber is unique. This is going to be a hot take. You guys are not going to like what I'm going to say about this, but it's going to be the honest to God truth. I think with that type of content, would you stand out? Yes, for sure. But I think being a VTuber doing that type of content would actually be a drawback. I think it would hurt you more than anything. You guys got to remember, a lot of the world is still doesn't know about VTubers. A lot of the world doesn't know VTubers, doesn't understand VTubers. And I think having your model would be a hindrance. I say use your model on something like maybe live streams. If anything, I think that's probably where you would want to use a model, is probably on your live streams. But if you're doing YouTube shorts or long form VODs, I think that it would have to be done so perfectly. It would have to be done so perfectly, I think. Mix the VTuber and RL, they're both very good at it. Yeah. Well, no, Murdoch, I think your long form content, like your live streams, are perfectly fine with you having your model there. Your model doesn't, like, when people think of Gundams, like at least your VTuber model is wearing some sort of like Gundam apparel. But imagine, like, I don't know, a busty anime vampire girl doing reviews of Wendy's chili. It wouldn't really work too well. Right? So you gotta make sure your model kind of matches what you're trying to do. And Murdoch, I think your model matches what you're trying to do, where there's like a lot of people, their models don't. Right? Now, I'm not saying you guys could not pull it off. I think you guys could pull it off easily, if you're willing to put in time and figure it out. But that's up to you guys to figure out. Chef VTuber, and many people come to your stream. You could stream cooking streams as a VTuber. I think it may work. It could work. Yeah, no, there are VTubers out there that do cooking streams all the time. and do very cool and very neat cooking streams. But the fact of the matter is, and I'm I don't mean to be mean. I'm gonna sound really mean, but please know that I don't intend to be. But some of your guys' editing is really not good and really, really bad. And of course, that takes time to improve and get better with, for sure. And your model placements are sometimes like really awkwardly placed. With your editing styles and whatnot, especially in the beginning, trust me, you'd be doing the world a favor if you didn't have your model on the screen. When you're going to improve your editing style, your VTubing style over time, okay? You really will, I promise you. When you do, that's when you start introducing maybe the VTubing into it. But there is a lot of VTubers out there that just, I'm sorry, your editing sucks, but that's okay. We all start at sucky editing. My editing sucks. I'm fully aware of that. I fully admit that, but it's okay. Without calling out any names, what would you define bad editing? Okay. So, no jump cuts. Long pauses. Right? Those are left in. Audio levels are out of whack. All bloopers are left in. What else is there? Microphone sounds like crap. I'm trying to think of the ones I've seen. You could definitely repurpose bloopers as shorts. Oh my god, that'd be so funny to see. Yeah, rambling about something that isn't even about the video. Like, imagine doing a video on a Japan crate opening, but then you're talking about politics. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with it, right? So that's just like the stuff I could think of on top of my head right now. So one thing I really suggest you guys is watch some Sam Woodhull videos. I'm not talking about your guys' live streams. I'm talking about your videos, like your VODs, right? Like evergreen content that you guys are making. That's what I'm talking about. And again, this comes with practice and over time. We all start like in the horrible thing, or horrible editors. We just learn that over time. But I would check out Sam Woodhull. He gives you tips on how to do editing, how to like do jump cuts and so on and so forth. I would definitely add sound effects. So like how we were talking before about like doing the food reviews, when you bite down onto the food and taste the food, do like a chomping sound effect. Sound effects can add so much to a video. Or like you're unwrapping the burger and all you can hear is like a giant heartbeat because like you have anticipation of like wanting to eat it. So you hear a loud heartbeat, but boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, until it goes into your mouth, and then we hear the big chomp sound. That again, this is stuff that's literally just on top of my head. Literally on top of my head. So, but like this is what bad editing. And I should probably do like air quotes. Again, we all start out here. I'd still do some of this stuff. I literally have bad audio levels from time to time. My jump cuts aren't as clean as they should be. Sometimes my microphone doesn't sound as good as it should. I've been very tempted to leave in bloopers. I've caught myself rambling during some recordings. I have to cut myself out, so on and so forth. Where can we get some good sound effects libraries? YouTube has some sound effects built in, sound effects, but Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound. There is a monthly subscription fee, but they have amazing sound effects. Another one is... Where is it? That's a hot sauce I have to buy. That's a Cyberman helmet I'm going to print out. Is this it? No, that's not it. I would say Epidemic Sound, really. They have really good sound effects. Starlight asked a question. What was the question Starlight asked? The more I see videos of hobby model work, the more I want to try making some videos. Can't be done with gloves, though. Is that anything to worry about? Why can't they be done with gloves? Is there a particular reason why you can't use gloves when you're doing the model stuff? You got to get the expensive tailored gloves? On model making? I've used, like, Santoprene gloves. The stuff that you buy in, like, the boxes. Then again, I'm a complete noob when it comes to that kind of thing, so I don't know any better, but... You guys teach me, I don't know. But good question. What do you think of tools that are supposed to help making videos, like Video IQ? So Video IQ is literally just a tool, though, right? They don't help you make a video. They help you research the video and maybe show you search results. I think a lot of people rely too much on vidIQ and too much on Epidemic Sound. Or not Epidemic Sound, sorry. What's that program I use? TubeBuddy. I think far too many content creators rely on those applications way too much. Realistically, at the end of the day, you really need to go out and research things. See what would be popular in the video you're trying to make. Oh, polymer clay? Oh, yeah, I have no idea. Do you think it's worth a subscription? I think it is for the first year. I think first year for sure is definitely worth it. Just so you have an understanding, a basic understanding of how it works. But like I said, there are too many people that like far rely on it way too much. But you have to like gauge that yourself. I know for me, I canceled my TubeBuddy subscription. I didn't find any value in it anymore. I really didn't. I might find value in it again in the future, but at this current time, I don't really see. TubeBuddy. It's TubeBuddy. It's exactly like vidIQ, just a competitor. Yeah, well, so its SEO engine thing is really good, but I feel like a lot, again, that hinders people though, because a lot of times people worry about the topic and the description way too much versus like making a good video. A good video will carry you guys a very long way. But like TubeBuddy and vidIQ, they make you guys focus on too many things, like a 100% score on your YouTube title, making sure you have like certain keywords in your YouTube title. Sometimes having a YouTube title that is just 100% clickbait and has nothing to do with what's actually in the video sometimes works for certain people. Yeah, $1 for the first month. There's literally no reason not to try it for $1. But yeah, good questions so far today, chat. I'm really happy with those. Thank you for asking them. I really like that. Anybody got any more hard questions they want to ask? I am really open to more. I like to type, apparently. Thankfully, I don't have like that blackboard like Rayless does, because it would be chicken scratch literally all over the place. No, I'm probably not going to do a Halloween costume for a Halloween stream. I'm probably going to avoid that stuff for a while. I don't want to... I don't know. I don't want to really invest things that I really don't need to invest in right now. Pros and cons. You guys want to do the pros and cons? Okay, we could do that. Do you know a good heart rate program? I do not. What is the best time zone to use when streaming? And the best time? The best time zone that a lot of people tend to use is Pacific Standard Time, PST. And during that time zone, or time during that time zone, is 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday to Friday. That's usually the best time. And I have a YouTube short that covers the reason why and all that fun jazz. I don't know if I can find it really quick to link it to you. But it goes in depth, sort of, for a YouTube short, as much as it can, on why it's good. That's me yelling at, or not yelling at, but trolling Asmund. Ara, hand tracking. Oh, thank you, Thorn. So what Thorn just linked is the time zone one on why certain areas and time zones are good. Again, that's something you guys should experiment with and see if it makes sense to you and works for you. So this particular question is actually something I want to ask everybody. I would like to know your guys' pros and cons for being a VTuber. So this will be Senpai's list. And these will be my pros and my personal cons. And again, I would like to have your guys' pros and cons. We'll add them to the list as soon as I'm done mine. But pros. So personally, my pros for being a VTuber is honestly, I don't have to show my face. If I have blemishes, which I don't get anymore because I quit soda, which really sucks. It really, really does. But I don't have to show my face. So if I have a scar, if I scratch my face too hard, blemishes, blah, 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 I really don't have to show my face. I'm also very introverted. I'm also very, very, very self-conscious. So I really don't like showing my face. Especially that I spent so many years streaming on Twitch as a Flash tuber. before VTubing was really an option, I just hated it. I hated having my camera on. So that's a pro, is I don't have to show my face. Let's do one pro, one con. So a con, I don't show my face. So because you don't show your face, a lot of people call you ugly because they think because you're a VTuber, you're a complete uggo, which isn't always necessarily true because it could be true for either way. But people call you ugly or they make fun of you, right? They make assumptions a lot of the time of your appearance. And when you don't show your face to them, it actually validates their feelings about you. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what people think of you, but this is my pros and cons list. We'll get to your guys' pros and cons in a minute. Another pro of being a VTuber. Honestly, it's very, what's the word I want to use here other than unique, but I think it's going to be unique. I think it's going to be unique. It's a unique niche with lots of video ideas that a lot of VTubers and content creators really haven't like even really thought of doing, right? I got a list of so many video ideas I still have to do. I'm literally building up that 2-week buffer again because I kind of let that one slide, but I'm building up that 2-week buffer again, almost 3-week buffer at this point. But it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice because there's just so many things. Yeah, it's an untapped potential market. Another pro that I have, I'm trying to think of it right now. I think that's pretty much it for pros. And I'm just talking like VTuber in general, not like as a VTuber educator, so on and so forth. But yeah, you know what? Yeah, it makes me stand out. Yeah. Stand out, right? Because I'm in a very niche of a niche of a niche of a sub niche, which is great. Okay. So I said we got to do one pro, one con. So let's do a con. This is one con that I really, really, really face. And eventually a lot of you guys are going to face this too if you haven't already. But so what do I mean by that? People don't think that there's a real person behind the screen. Is they think they could say or do whatever the hell they want. And because they physically don't see you, they don't think that you have emotions. There's a huge disconnect with a lot of people when they see a VTuber. And there's one VTuber that I follow that people have been treating this particular VTuber as an object, a sexual object, and don't take account of their feelings at all. Again, a lot of people don't really realize that these VTube models are actually an extension of ourselves. And I care about this VTube model as it's crazy to say, but again, a lot of people don't realize this. I care about my VTube model as much as I care about myself. And when people put down my model or sexualize me when I don't want them to, so on and so forth, it does have an effect on me. It really does. So, and it has an effect on a lot of other VTubers as well. So I think this is a huge con for myself and a lot of VTubers out there. Now, a con of being a VTuber in a particular niche, believe it or not, chat, I'm in a very niche of a sub niche of a sub niche. I'm in the educational part of VTubing. And the educational, and this is not me trying to get your guys' sympathy or woes or whatever. This is just of the fact of the matter is in my sub niche, I don't get a lot of views. And I don't get it's really I've said it before, but it's a thankless niche. And I believe Argama or Fofa mentioned this as well, way before I have. But what this means is a lot of the times the people will come for whatever information that they require, and then they're gone right away. I'm almost at 1 million views on my YouTube channel. I'm actually like really close to 1 million views, but I'm only close to, and I say only, but it's honestly amazing, but I'm only almost at like 10,000 subs, right? So there isn't a lot of people that sub or like or comment versus the amount of people that actually view the content. So yeah, exactly. Where's my free model kit? Okay, thanks, bye, leaves the Discord. So it's very, very thankless. A lot of people just really come in for the information and then run. So, which sucks. Now, I do get thank yous from people. That makes my day. It's great. I love it. But it's a very thankless thing. Okay. And not only that, but in my niche as well. Not a lot of people are looking up on how to be a VTuber. A lot of people ask larger creators on how to become a VTuber instead of like trying to look it up educational wise. Con, I could take your video and dub over you and repost as my own real easy. Yeah, that too. That yeah, it's not like that hasn't happened before, but that has happened where somebody's taken my YouTube video, dubbed their voice over my stuff and posted as their own, which was complete trash, but it happens. Another pro, this is going to be a thing that's actually going to be happening in the very near future, is I can meet up with you guys or meet you guys and see you wear my merch, especially when I get larger enough, but you guys won't know it's me. Right? So one day, like, I'm hoping that I can meet some of you guys at TwitchCon and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, you'll have no idea it's me. You'll know. You won't know at all. And I kind of get excited for that. Yeah, some of you will know. Some. But some of you won't. I'll be like, hey, can I get a picture with you? Because you're wearing like Senpai's merch. I'm a huge fan of Senpai. And I'll like try to change up my voice a little bit so you guys won't know it's me. But I'm going to try to do that like incognito thing. So yeah. Now there is a con to this. The real con is if I do a meetup, which I would like to do one day, if I do a meetup, there will be that one person who ruins it. And that is the one person that is probably too clingy or too grabby or really weird. So, yeah. But pros and cons for myself as a VTuber, I think this is pretty much covering it right there. Sorry, this is me also drinking more water. Yeah, a crazy amount of people willing to ruin it in no time. Thanks, guys. I'll keep my eye out for you. But chat, so that's my list of pros and cons. I would love to know your guys' list of pros and cons. And my list wasn't actually very long. It wasn't long at all. It was actually very, very short. But what's your guys' pros and what's your guys' cons? So list them out one at a time, obviously, if you can. And as I see them, I'll type them down. I'll scroll up to see if I see any that are right off the bat. But pro, depending on the niche, that can be welcoming. Yes, that is actually absolutely right. I think niche can be more pro and con. From my personal previous experience, guitar community is pretty toxic. My niche is guitar bass, and I stopped guitar hashtags due to comments. Fair enough, fair enough. I can see that. Sometimes treat avatars of objects. People forget. People are behind the avatars. Yep. Pro anime. Okay. Anime. House won't get broken into, so we call that doxing. But this does actually happen still. Privacy. Yeah, you know what? Let's do pros only right now. Let's do privacies or pros only. Easier for disability. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to be yourself. You could be anyone or anyone you want, or like whatever you want. Yeah, you could be a smexy vampire for sure. Wear anything. Yeah. That's the one thing I've noticed a lot of VTubers talk about is like there's some VTubers out there that don't wear pants or like clothes in general. And I feel weird because I feel like I'm the only one that does. Because like I wear clothes when I VTube. I really do. I feel like I'm like the odd person for doing that. Meet/interact with people. Knowing your personality is what matters most. I can agree with that. Amazing way for the trans community to represent themselves, which is, this one's a huge one. This has actually helped a lot of people with their I don't know the proper terms for it, but allows them to actually be themselves, even if they can't go through like HRT or transition stuff or so on and so forth. So yeah, this is like really good. This is really good. Oh, you know what? Collabs are super easier as a VTuber. You don't have to have people at your house just for you. Yeah. It's easier to separate. Okay. I didn't think of that one. But easy to separate online and real life. I would, you know what? This one, I would actually like to interview a big VTuber and ask them how easy it actually is. Because I know Fia, she ran into people IRL, but I know Fia does mix of IRL and her VR self. But I wonder, like, if somebody like Girl DM, for example, how well this works for her. Because I'm really curious about that. Stage fright, nice. Practicing facing the camera, yeah. Practicing facing the camera. Camera. Can't spell ever. Live out fantasies. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. You could literally be whatever you want, which is great, which is honestly fantastic. Allows them to come out of the closet, to be blunt. Yeah. Yeah, well, no, stage fright can happen as VTubers as well, for sure. But considering they don't have to show their faces, it's helped a lot more people. That's one thing I will give COVID. The positive thing about COVID, when COVID started, a lot of people came out of the woodworks because VTubing became popular because it gave people the ability to live stream without showing their faces. I think if VTubing wasn't around, we wouldn't have as many live streamers are out there for sure. Like 100%. I don't think there would have been nearly as many new live streamers or like giant or new partners out there, Twitch partners out there. So yo, what's going on, Airtight? Okay, so we got like a lot of pros. COVID is directly responsible for why I'm even here. There we go. My point. Okay, so we got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pros. You know what? I can also throw in a couple extra. Making new friends. Making streaming easier. Yeah. Okay, that's a couple right there. Okay, so we got enough pros. Let's talk about some cons. What's some cons that you guys think that there is being a VTuber? Expensive. If you want a good model, okay? People think you're a cartoon. Okay, I could definitely see that one. Attracting weirdos. I can see that one. OBS? I don't know about that. Nerve-wracking? Okay. Why is it nerve-wracking? I'm curious about that one. Heavier on your PC? Yeah, depending if you're 2D, 3D, how complex your model is, for sure it could be heavier on your PC. Eats a lot of your time, one way or another. I could definitely agree with that one. Very high chance being called copycat, which this does happen. We should talk about that one a little bit more. I'll add more asterisks to that, so we can talk about that in a minute. People turn away from the video as soon as they see a cartoon. Yeah. You know what? And this is why I was mentioning that this could be a hinder for people doing unboxings and so on and so forth, because VTubers aren't really like well known, and this could be a huge hindrance if they see a VTuber trying to do an unboxing or like a lot of food reviews or whatever. Won't take VTubers seriously. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. I know that's definitely a problem for myself, sponsorships wise, trying to get some sponsorships. Come up with designs. Can't do IRL streams. Senpai has a fix for this in 2023. Stay tuned for that. I'm literally going to fix this in 2023. Literally going to fix this in 2023. Don't you guys worry. I've been working on this particular problem for a year now, and I'm going to have a fix for that. Large group Group of VTubers. What is it? Large group of VTubers. A large group of people who think VTubers are cringe. And on all fairness, there are some VTubers that are cringe. I will give the people that. Learn the legalese. Legalese of what to do. Not just for taxes, but literally there's so many things. Con. Sometimes you guys are writing cons so much faster than pros. This is crazy. Your voice doesn't match. Oh, your looks. You know what? That's true as well. That is very true. Can't get all your emotes out. Okay. Need a strong PC, operate some face tracking. Jesus Christ, you guys are going all out. Well, Annie kind of said that one. Heavier on PC. We'll group that one together. Need strong PC, depending what you are doing. Okay, so let's end it there, because you guys had a lot of cons. My God, there's more cons than positive. VTubing from your phone? You know what? Honestly, I don't think VTubing from your phone is much of a con anymore. Like, if we go, if we go to my YouTube channel, and this is not me toting myself. Also, if you guys are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are trying to get to 10K by the end of the month. At the current rate that I'm at right now, we're not going to make it, but that's okay. So if you haven't subbed here, though, please consider subbing and hitting the notification bell to know when I go live. But I have 5 different videos on 5 different programs that allow you guys to VTube on your mobile device. Hyper, like there's so many. There's so many ways to be a VTuber, mobile-wise. It's crazy. It really is. I don't think VTubing on your mobile device should ever stop you guys. The expense of the models themselves, I think, if you know where to shop, I think you could find some cheap models or good deals for some models, for sure. If you can find the right deals. Can people be embarrassed by their voice when they're VTubing? For sure. I don't think you should be embarrassed for about your voice, though. Like, I hate my voice, but I've been told by many people in the audience that they love my voice. And I think you guys should, like, really not worry about what your voice sounds like, because your audience will like it regardless. So, yeah. I wouldn't worry about your voice too much. And there are people that critique my voice, right? Like people would say, "Oh, but Senpai, you have a daddy voice." Like, and people say weird things like "be mine daddy" and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know who you are. Please stop talking to me like that. You get used to your voice after you've been making loads of videos. I don't mind my own voice, but I hated it before. Yeah, exactly. Go for it, Semi. But no, I do hate my voice. I really do. I hate it with a passion. I really do not like it. Oh yeah, VTuber Senpai's son. That guy was so weird. So weird. So me having different outfits for my PNG bad? No. No, not at all. No, if you have different outfits for your PNG, please, by all means, go for it. Having multiple outfits could be a beneficial thing, especially if it's seasonal. For comparison, if you guys look at the popular VTubers out there, and be real, and I want you guys to think long and hard about this question, and really put some thought about what I'm about to ask you guys, because this is not one I follow myself. How often do you guys see large VTubers change their outfit? I would argue at least once every 3 months to one every 6 months. Hello, Dees. How you doing? Like, quite honestly, every 3 to 6 months, VTubers are changing something about their model, changing something about their outfit, or changing something about their sets, or their assets, or their looks, or whatever. But people are changing them fairly often to keep it fresh. Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes even once a year. Yeah. But change is good. If you want to change your outfits every 3 months, go for it. It gives something to hunt for and look at and see what's new and give you some feedback. A lot of people hate their voice because they don't know how to sound mix. A $50 mic and watch some YouTube videos on OBS sound mixing and you might change your mind. Exactly. You're absolutely right there, Lord Dragon. To be honest, your voice sounds soothing. Yeah. Like, I think it would be amazing for, like, podcasts, for example. Stay tuned. Podcast is not that far down the road at this rate. After I hit 10K, I'm going to definitely start up that podcast that I've been talking about for a while. Especially once my merch line is out and rolling. All right, Simi, have a good time washing your hair. The part of cost is keeping up with Joneses when you're a big star. I want a voice changer for a slight alter sound more in character. Also changing my accent. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, changing accents. Sounds good, Vessa. Sounds good. Sorry, I was AFK. I missed the IRL VTubing part. That's the part I've been trying to learn, so I'm so excited for a video on that. Good. Yeah, no, the so I don't want to go too much into it, but it involves my 3D printer. And multiple ways for like facial capture and so on and so forth. So I'm trying to make it so the rig is cheap as possible. So if one day I would actually want to sell the rigs, I can actually sell them for a decent price with a decent markup, but not like crazy expensive. But not only that, make the plans, the blueprints free, so people could like 3D print their own rig. So I want to make the blueprints free for everybody. So if you got a 3D printer, you could just do it yourself. And then pay me 50, 60 bucks to print it out for you and then plus shipping. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I plan out. There's a lot of things I write out. And there's a lot of things I've been contacting people about to get things done. So, yeah. I do have a pretty messed up priority list of things I want to get done first, instead of things I should probably get done. But, you know, priorities. Like, I had one giant priority this weekend, and I was watching or catching up to Overlord and rewatching Attack on Titan. I suggest that you change your avatar every season, and every season the model... yeah. Well, you don't have to change up your avatar, but change up your clothing, maybe. Every season or every 6 months. That's what a lot of bigger VTubers tend to do. But if you can't afford to do that, maybe once a year. Or once it... Yeah, just change it up. Don't be afraid to change up your outfit. Like, I fully intend one day, once the person that made this particular avatar is out of a war zone, I plan to fully commission them to make me the exact same model, but with a different color suit. Like, multiple different color suits. But the exact same avatar. Once the war in their particular country that's next to a very large particular country is done. Change up his tie to make it seasonal. Actually, what I would like to do is with a 3D model, what I would like to do is have my tie always change. Not just change with the season, but always change. So, like, always change different colors, always change, like, different patterns. Maybe have, like, a galaxy theme, like, transition to different ones as I'm streaming, all by its own. But I would like to I would like to have it just change automatically. That might be possible, Vesa, but that's beyond my capabilities. Yeah, an RGB gamer tie. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Do you think having Halloween costumes for my VTuber is a good thing or a waste of time? I think it could be a good thing. Gotta go, 3:30 here. Sweet dreams. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. And yeah, have a good night. Honestly, chat, I don't think... Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's talk about it. Because some of you guys have been asking this. Waste of time for new seasonal outfits. Okay. I'm going to break this down into 2 factors. Time versus money. Okay? It's going to be that easy. And these are going to be the caveats. If it costs you just as much, this is going to drive me nuts, or more to edit your model, to have seasonal clothing, not worth it. Okay? Straight up. Even, I would say, even if it's 50%, but that's entirely me, that's my personal opinion. But if it costs just as much as your model or more to edit your model for seasonal clothing, it's not worth your time or your money. If it costs 25% of your model, then worth it. Okay? If it takes you 1 week to edit your own model, and what I'm talking about 1 week, I should actually clarify this. If it takes you 40 plus hours to edit your own model, give or take, to edit your own model for 1 season, for 1 event, let's say Halloween, not worth it. Instead, what you should do is maybe do a fall, winter, summer, spring seasonal thing instead. That's probably what I would do. This would probably be the better thing for you guys to do than just like Halloween or whatever. But if it's takes you 40 plus hours to edit for, you know what, let's copy pasta that. For fall, winter, summer, spring, then go nuts. Then it's worth it. In chat, this is 100% my personal opinion. Right? Yeah, you guys could also get a new overlay instead of a model. That is way cheaper. Cheaper? Way cheaper than anything. It's replacing a JPEG or a PNG. Sometimes, yeah, unless you're Railless, then you're breaking the bank. Depending on how much you're willing to put into it. Sometimes, yes, it could be cheaper unless you're Railless. And hello, Railless, how you doing? But honestly, I always tell you guys, do it as cheap as possible. Everything you should be doing, like everything you do in your streams should be like on the cheap until you guys start making some actual revenue on YouTube or Twitch and you're reinvesting it into your streams. But overlay is probably close to the bottom of the list. I would suggest that you guys actually spend that money. That's my personal opinion. Entirely up to you. Yes, Starlight, you should start that like back in like August. But fair enough. Yes, you should definitely get started on the Halloween assets. But what you guys could do, talking about assets, is find assets online for Halloween or seasonal things. Right? These assets could sometimes be free / 10 to 15 bucks. Sometimes 20 to 50, depending on what is actually out there. And depending what they include or whatever. But sometimes you guys could buy these seasonal things one time and then use it for the next few years. Right? Like say you guys buy Halloween assets 1 year, you could use it, well, like I just said, for literally 2 years, 3 years. Not many people are going to be the wiser to it. That's just making like a good use of your investment. So don't think you have to buy things every year. You don't. Right? When Christmas comes around, do you buy a new Christmas tree every year? If you do, I need to live with you. But for the normal people out there that don't buy a new Christmas tree every single year, or I should say new or fake Christmas tree every year. So maybe you guys buy like actual green trees. Okay, I'll say Christmas ornaments and so on and so forth. A lot of you guys don't buy that stuff every year. So you reuse the assets for the tree, right? The lights, the globes, blah blah blah, the tree star, blah blah blah. Same thing here with streaming assets, right? Mowgli, Jesus. How you doing, Mowgli? Hopefully you're doing good, buddy. I know for sure my wife doesn't buy a new tree every year because the tree never comes down. Lord Dragon, you know what? I'll live with you, buddy. If it was up to me, the tree would be up 365. I would never take the thing down. I'd be too lazy. I would be too lazy. I would just leave it up. I would leave all the decorations and maybe toss it in a closet and then bring it out. I would never take anything down. I'm just lazy like that. But yeah. This is sounds good, Mowgli. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind, buddy. So the thing is, chat, the thing you guys got to think about is the time versus cost, right? If it costs you too much, it's not worth your time. If it doesn't cost you too much in time, then it's worth it. Again, it's stuff you guys can use next year, the year after, especially if it's you editing your model. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to you guys. It really does. And what you want to do. Just think about it. If you guys don't know, what you should do is join my Discord, ask people what their thoughts are, and they could give you some genuine good advice. Is spending so much hour/time making your VTuber look like a professional model a waste of time? Probably not. Probably not. If you're willing to put in the time into making your model look super professional, and thank you mods for all doing the exclamation point Discord. I appreciate it. But no, if you're willing to put in the time to make your model look professional, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it if you're actually going to use the model and take VTubing seriously and doing whatever you need to grow as a content creator. Definitely worth the time. It's definitely not a waste of time. But if you're going to spend all that time, all that effort, and all you're going to do is stream to 2 to 3 viewers and not make content on YouTube, on TikTok, and so on and so forth, then yeah, I'm going to say it's probably a waste of time. Because your model will get you only so far, especially if your content is not all over the place, and especially if you have a personality of a potato. But again, that is my opinion. Up to you. So chat, we're gonna call that for this stream. Let me pull up Discord really quick. I just want to see if there is anybody. Nope. Okay, there's nobody. Okay. So yeah, chat, we're gonna call it there. If you guys have not subscribed already, please consider dropping a subscribe. Like I said, we're getting close to 10K here on YouTube. I would like to hit 10K by the end of the month. If we can, that'd be great. Okay? If you haven't joined the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. We have a great community. I would like to get the Discord to 3K by the end of the year. If you want to join a nice community, that is a community to join. You can find me on my socials, Twitter, TikTok, all that fun stuff in the description down below. And well, I'll catch you all in the next stream. Have a great Monday. I will see you all Friday. I forgot to post the stream schedule. Son of a gun. I will see you all Friday. And yeah. Goodbye, everybody. Love you all.